Hello good people, and welcome once again to another Build Your Own R2D2. Words of warning, I'm currently very tired because last night I stayed up for about 25 hours. This was just to readjust to doing night shifts because I've been on holiday all week. Hence this has been a little bit delayed because I did get this early last week. But I had to then not just go to sleep during the day today, but I had to wait up for a delivery that took until about 6:30 in the evening to come. So I was basically awake for no reason, because for once the DPD site, which is always the best courier company left, I think. Because I used to love CityLink, but of course they no longer exist, or is it Interlink? Anyway, I had to wait up for that because I'm building a new PC, so I'm gathering in parts to do that. So I'm extra tired, so this video is going to involve lots of misspeaking, quite a bit of slurring, and no swearing, of course, but it's going to be hard going, but I've got to do it because, well, my body says no, but my mind says it's for the higher purpose. And above all else, I'm still enjoying myself, so that's the good thing. Anyway, we're on to parts 89 and 90, and after this, we only have 10 parts left, which is incredible. It still blows my mind to think that. But in these 4 parts, we have a slight issue. We'll discuss that in the next video. But for now, we're making a start on 89, and what we're making a start on... Oh, look at the size of that shadow there. That's not great. Anyway, what we're making a start on is the middle foot, the last little foot. We got half a foot there. Well, of course, they're never going to give us the whole foot, are they? That would be too straightforward. No. We're only going to get half a foot at a time, people. That's how they roll. I guess that, sadly, this answers the questions I've been pondering all through the build. The question is, will this foot retract, just like in the film? Because that would be incredible and make it the best R2D2 outside of making your own full-size one that exists on the whole planet. But sadly, it looks as though this leg will be extended permanently. So that is what it is. So you're getting half a foot. It pains me to say that. You're getting a metal bit for the, I presume this is for the inside of it. And you're getting some plasticated bits, which are going on the, that's the lubricated bit. No, the lubricator, yes, of course. Silly me. That's what that bit will be there. So, let's get started. Okay, now, the first thing you need to do is take one of these, and one of these. And as far as I can tell, it's the same both sides, so it doesn't matter which way you put it on. Stick it on the end of that. Then you take one of these bits and you stick it in the end there. You can see it, the inside of it. It's got a little notch there in the middle that you can line up with the bits on the edge of that. Stick that in there, and then you're screwing that in with a black screw. Now it says 2.3 times 6mm screw, but it doesn't say self-tapping screw. Oh my god, what's going on, DeAgostini? That's when I get quite confused. So I've chosen this screw. I'm going to see if this experiment works out, and I know exactly what I'm doing. So let's get this screwed in. Well, it's all screwed together and seems to have gone in really nicely. Is it just me, or did we glue these bits last time? I'm sure I remember gluing this bit on the 2 other feet. Maybe that wasn't the case. Anyway, it's also important to know that the 3 bits that you get and these 3 bits, they're both exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which 3 you choose to stick together or screw together. So that's that side done, and you basically just need to repeat the same with the other 3 pieces. Alright, piece number 2 in place. Oh, it seems a lot quieter in here. I can't think why that is. It's because I turned my PC off. Anyway, that's that piece done. And next, you need to take your central piece of the lubricator, and you need to plonk both of these onto the ends. So you need to put them up that way. And bizarrely, I haven't quite worked out how they've done this, but you cannot get it the wrong way up. So if you try to put the bit with the notch that side up, it's not going to happen. You can't get it in there. I don't know how they've done that. It's amazing. Oh, you can just about ram it in there, but obviously you'll know it's wrong then when you have to ram things into place. But this fits very nicely and very easily. So there you go. You need to have it into one piece like so, and then we're popping it into the top of the foot. Ooh. So this way up, you see the 2 holes there matching up to the 2 bits there, and of course the slots on the underside. You're going to be slotting all of that into place, he says, having done it perfectly easily before. There we go. Okay, and then from this side you're screwing in into those 2 holes there with another 2 of the same screws that you've used to screw the silver bits in. And there it is, all nicely in place. Looks like I've got the right screws, thank God. Alright, that brings us to the end of 89. Your completed left side of the foot, it says at the end. My God, only in DeAgostini magazines would you read that. There's your completed left side of a foot. The irony of that statement. That's 89. So we're moving on to 90. Last 10. Final 10 parts ever. This is monumental, people. What are we doing in this episode? Well, for starters, what we have is some weird silvery rod there that's very thin and quite easy to lose, but I hopefully won't do that. This looks like part of the foot, maybe part of the base of the foot, and exactly the same parts as last time. Because do you know why? It's because we're doing exactly the same thing as last time. So those of us who have been watching my videos for quite a while, when I say quite a while I'm talking about the last 5 minutes or so, will already know what's coming next and what you need to do. But you know what? I'm going to do this proper. I'm going to go through all the same things again, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm nevertheless going to show you this stage, because that's what it's all about. This is a part, and we're going to do this part. Okay, no one out there can accuse me of not doing this proper. You're taking your the barrel-shaped piece. Is that really a barrel? I don't know. Anyway, you're taking the main, bulkiest piece of silverware, and you're putting one of the rings onto the end. Then you're taking one of these caps. Either one will do, because all these parts are interchangeable. All 3 are the same, as far as I can tell. And you've got your little sticking out slots there that you can match up to the ones inside there. So, stick that in place. Now, you may know what's coming next. Let's see if you're right. Well, we're screwing it in. So, let's get that black screw in place. Well, that was a bit tricky to get in. Anyway, that's nicely in there now. My fingers are hurting. It's very, very solid in there, but I'm wondering why they couldn't give us that piece pre-made like that. Well, because then we wouldn't be building R2D2, would we? There's 3 pieces in that one single piece, and no one will ever know it by looking at R2D2, will they? But we know. So that's the main thing. And next, you are, of course, putting that one in place there, putting this one on top, and putting another little black screw through the bottom. I have to say, what I like about this piece is that they're so close together and they attach so nicely. It looks like they were never ever apart. That's quite a skill, I think. Now you're taking the middle part there and you're putting these at either end, which will be up that way, because they will only fit up that way. Let me try and see if I can ram it in there, the wrong way up. Nope. So stick that on there, and then get hold of your half of a foot, and you're putting it in the top there, matching up the sticking out bits and the slots, and putting this in place. Okay, there we go. And then you're screwing those into place with the same 2 screws. And that is done. It eventually went in nice and easily, but it seems to have forced that piece apart a little bit, which is quite sad, because it looked perfect. That being done, that's the end of part 90. But let me just jump ahead of myself here. Using my amazing powers of premonition and clairvoyancy, I'm now going to guess. Do you think it goes like that, people? Do you think that's right? Oh my god, it's just spooky, isn't it? I think I might be onto something here. Anyway, regardless of whether I'm right about that or not, you just have to find out later. That is the end of part 90. So thank you very much for watching, and please tune in again for the very next video.